ASB and Spartan Paws is helping students relax during a stressful time.
Trying to find somewhere tasty to eat downtown? Bonchon might spark your interest.
Musician Luke Davies keeps it mellow in his own unique style.
These stories today on
The Spartan View. Good morning, Mountain View. I'm Kieran Ward.
And I'm Miles Lynn. It's Tuesday, December 5th. In the news, Spartan Paws is coming up. The Spartan View interviewed Caroline Kemp and Tatiana Watkins from ASB about it. Let's go to that interview.
Hey Mountain View, I'm Christian Pilling with the ASB Wellness Committee.
I'm Caroline Kemp, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Tatiana Watkins and I'm a senior.
And we're here to talk about the Spartan Paws. So give me a basic overview. What is the Spartan Paws?
So the idea of Spartan Paws is to take time for students to just relax and get away from the stress of finals. And it is run by parents and volunteers on campus as well as the PTSA.
So the Spartan Paws is almost a chance for kids to distress during finals week. How did it start? How was the first steps towards the Spartan Paws?
Well, I think parents initially realized that finals are a really stressful time for students, and it began by parents and as well as teachers on campus kind of getting together and finding a solution to help solve students get away from their stress during finals week, as it is a very stressful time.
So why do you think students are so stressed during the finals week? Why do you think that they need this almost release?
Mountain View is like a rigorous education, so with that follows stress, and I feel like adults notice that this needs to be tended to.
We have different themes throughout the week as well, and the different activities kind of correspond with those themes. So some of the themes are take time to eat, take time to connect and play, and all of those are great ways to kind of get away from studying and the stress during lunch.
So I understand you guys have a promo video to show us.
Yes.
So let's go to that.
I love Spartan Paws because it de-stresses me.
Yeah, so one time I went and got a massage. They have massage therapists sometimes during Spartan Paws. It really helps relieve the stress. I know finals, like, a lot of times you're sitting at the desk for too long, you get really tense. So, massaging is really helpful.
Most of the time I forget my breakfast, so I just went down and I just see the lovely faces of the Spartan Paws volunteers, and that really made my day.
Oh, I love those goats! Hungry for something new at Mountain View? James Chan and Eric Rustum try a new fried chicken restaurant on Castro Street. And here's what they have to say about it.
Hello Mountain View, this is the Spartan View review. This weekend, me and Eric, we went to downtown Mountain View and we went to this cool fried chicken place called Bonchon. It was about 3:30 on a Sunday. We were seated immediately, pretty much, at the bar, and the servers were really kind.
We ordered 3 dishes.
Start with the starter. It was the takoyaki. They look like meatballs, but they actually contain octopus, and they were delicious. They were very soft and savory, and they were absolutely delicious. They had like dried up like flakes around them, which was really delicious, and the sauce was amazing.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Then we moved on to the strips. It was very spicy. The ones that were spicy, you couldn't tell between the two, which made it really hard. I feel like they should have like something to indicate.
Yeah, it was really good. It was very crispy on the outside, but on the inside it was very tender white meat chicken. Pork buns were absolutely delicious. The presentation of the food, by the way, is phenomenal. The food not only looks good, but also tastes good. Probably my favorite pork buns of all time. They're really good.
So overall, the restaurant had a very nice modern aesthetic, and also, you have the football game for a really quick service.
Yeah.
It's best to go with a group of your friends who just want a quick bite to eat.
It's also quite affordable. It's not too expensive, and the portions are very generous. It'll definitely fill you up.
Thank you for listening to our review. Make sure to check out Bonchon in downtown Mountain View. Join us next time. We'll review something different.
Sounds delicious. I'll definitely be trying Bonchon Bonchon over the break. We go now to Bands Around Campus, a segment where Christian Pilling and Lily Blanchard talk to local bands and musicians.
Hello, Mountain View. I'm here with Luke Davies, and we're here to talk about his musical inspirations and why he does what he does. So, your music that you make, how would you define it in just a couple of words?
Emotional, beautiful, and vague, I guess is the word that I would use.
So, what are some ways that you are able to capture emotion in your songs, and what are some ways that you're able to push a message forth to the listener?
Well, I think, it's very articulate when I build it. I think I rely heavily on effects and different things like that, because ultimately all that it is my guitar, and so that alone is not it's not a very emotional instrument, but I think I rely very heavily on like digital effects and different things like that to make it sound much more different, to make it sound more modulated and more processed, I guess.
When you're making music like this, is it just you working with different effects and different software, or do you have a backing band with you?
This is all just me when I'm doing it, which is unique in some ways. In some ways it's a very positive experience, in some ways it's not as much, because I think it's entirely open to me and my ideas, which is useful because I think it's a very abstract genre, and so then that makes things easier when you're working with just one creative picture, I guess.
That's our show. Tune in next time for The Spartan View.